Hey everyone, welcome back to Decorate With Us, Fall Season 2024. Today, Tammy over Patina and Paint and myself are going to be in the dining room, giving it a flair for fall. Tell it's very gloomy outside, so I have to have the overhead lighting on. So forgive me if the lighting has a glare or it's not a good photo. Hopefully by the time I start touring the room with the camera, the sun will pop out. I don't know, but we're going to give it a shot. So we're going to go in the craft room, design a few things so I can style my table. So let's go in the craft room. All right, a few things that we need to do before we can start decorating that table. I want to use two vases. They're different colors. I want to keep the color the same on this one. So I need to paint this one because it is a two-tone black. So I'm going to take my craft paint in antique white. I'm hoping it's the same color. I might have to paint both of them. Let's cross our fingers that all I need is to paint this one, the antique white. But I don't know what color I used on that one. So I'm going to put this on the block because I can't hold it with this hand. And I am protected so I don't get paint on my cast. A lot of people have been asking about how my hand is doing. I had surgery on my thumb. It's been about a year now that I've been babying it, and I just couldn't do it anymore. They scraped 3 bone spurs off of my thumb and wrist area, and then they scraped some arthritis out of a joint, and then I had bone on one of my joints, so they put artificial cartilage in it. I had to be in a cast for 2 weeks. And then they put me on this sleeve that I cannot take off only when I shower and do my exercises, no more than 3 times a day. And I have to sleep in it. That will be until next month. And then I'll start therapy. So it's a long process. I'm doing well. It's just hard for me to not do the things I want to do. So I try to do it the best I can. And I'm going to get my house decorated for fall, one-handed and all. Thanks for asking. It's doing okay. It's coming along nicely. A little slower than I would have hoped, but apparently it's going right on schedule. Y'all know how to paint, and you've seen me paint before. So let's just get to the next thing. All right, while I still have the paint out, we're going to do some pumpkins. I have this pumpkin, I have 2 of them actually, and they're going to be on my centerpiece. And I love the texture and the coloring of these pumpkins. They have like a dark taupe, light brown dusting on them to show all of the detailing on this. So I bought these maybe 7 years ago at Dollar Tree. They're very heavy. I don't think they're concrete, but they might be. I don't know. But they have that same detailing on it, if you can tell. I painted them several times, but a couple of years ago I painted them this color. But I wanted to really match this pumpkin. So I'm going to mix up some paint and try to get more of a yellow tone. And then we're going to dry brush it with a dark taupe, a light brown, to mimic that big pumpkin that I bought at Bell's. Add some paint to this bowl, and I want to get a yellow undertone. Got 6 pumpkins to do, so I am making sure I have enough paint in my bowl. Add some yellow to it. Let's try King's Gold. I don't know, maybe 4 drops. Let's just go ahead and see how this pumpkin turns out. It's going to work. So we're going to go ahead and paint all the 6 pumpkins. All right, the next thing I want to paint is this wire. I don't have spray paint the color I need, so we're going to just brush it on. This is the craft wire. It's not floral wire. It's a lot thicker, but it's real easy to bend. The size of a coat hanger, but it bends so easy. I'm going to paint this the custom color that I made. I'll be making napkin rings, and I don't want it to be this fluorescent green. So I'm going to cut the sizes I need, and then we're going to paint each piece. Cut mine about 9 inches long and paint it all this color. All right, I have the vases painted. I went ahead and painted the other one as well. It would have bothered me if I would have had 2 different colors. So I went ahead, while the paint was out, I went and painted that. I'm going to put one aside. We're going to make the same identical, or try to, arrangements in the vases. All right, so the stems that I pulled out of my stash to go in the dining room, this is the color palette that I'm going to be using. We're going to have some yellows. We're going to have some pampas grass to blend in from the living room. We're going to do the brown leaves that I purchased this year at Kirkland's, some orange flowers, and some acorns. I do like this type of grass. It's one of those types of faux pampas grass that doesn't shed everywhere, so I really like those. I'm going to use 2 of those. Our first centerpiece done. I'm going to make the other one, and then we'll go to the pumpkins. I have them all dried and ready to paint. We're going to use some light mocha and give it a dry brush and then paint the stems. And then I think we're good on the pumpkins here. Right, let me show you. Here's the inspirational pumpkin. And here is my Dollar Tree version of it. I think it looks good. So I'm going to do the rest of the pumpkins, and then we'll do the napkin rings. All right, you just want to make an oval, just like that. An oval. Wire snips or pliers, you want to make a loop, a closed-in loop, like that. And then on the other side, you want to just make like a hook to connect the 2 pieces. And you still want that oval shape. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll be around your napkin. And that's all we're going to do. Just a folded up napkin. And that's why I painted mine the antique. But whatever napkins you want to use, you can use any type of napkin rings. But if you want to make your own, just paint your wire the color of your napkins. I'm going to slip the napkin ring around the napkin. I want it to be not a tight fit, but I want it to be not loose either. And then I'm just flattening mine out a little bit. So that's what, it just kind of wrinkles in the center. We want a little pocket right there. Now, I grabbed a bunch of little bits and pieces to match my arrangements that I made. I'm going with the yellow and green eucalyptus. I'm going with some orange and brown leaves. These little burgundy kind of grassy type. And then this brownish yellow, different kind of flowers. I don't know. They're just bits and pieces. To tie it all off, I'm using some pampas grass. So we're going to do a layer effect using the pampas grass as the backdrop, and then we're going to go with the tallest to the smallest. So we're going to use that burgundy kind of grass. Then we are going to go with the eucalyptus. And then I'm going with this flower here. And then we're going to go with the orange and brown. But it looks like it's like a little bouquet for each place setting. And then I'm going to take a ribbon, and I want to hide all of that, the stems. So I'm placing it like in the center, leaving some hang down, and then I'm wrapping it around each stem. Tighten it up as I wrap. And I'm just tying in the knot at the 2 ends. Not a bow. You can make it as fancy or however you want it. You could even use floral tape, but I like the ribbon look for mine. And I'm going to cut the ribbon so it's all even. And then I'm cutting my stems so they're even as well. Okay, and this is what it looks like. I'm going to put it in between the napkin ring and the napkin. Purchased some Dollar Tree clip-on pumpkins. These are leather. I purchased some brown ones and some orange ones. I didn't know which ones I wanted to use. I'm going to try the brown. I don't think I like the brown. I'll try the orange because that's my first thought. And I do like the orange better. So this is how my napkins will look on my place setting. The napkins can be slipped out of that wire for your guests to use, but for mine it's just going to be a decorative purpose, and I just thought this looks really pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and make 5 more and then meet me in the dining room to decorate.